Welcome to Just Chat. Hello, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. Slowly was just starting a little bit late because I had some issues earlier with one my oh to mute this one. All right. So if everyone's online, you guys have any questions you want to ask? Today is the day to ask, and it's almost the end of the year. So today is the first day that I'm streaming live for Instagram as well. There's a reason why we have a portrait kind of look going on. So it is the end of the year, it's coming soon, and it's the holidays. So let's talk a little bit about certain things like gratitude. Being, oh, I need to change this headline here. Give me a second. There we go. All right. Please support by liking and sharing. Okay. All right. Well, let's start. So, welcome everyone to Just Chat. Happy holidays and have a wonderful Christmas. I bet you guys had a wonderful Christmas yesterday, and it's coming up in a couple days. It's the new year. So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hopefully, everyone has great presents, a great time with their families. Now, I'm sure some of us out there are not as fortunate as a lot of people out there. So, of course, there's gonna be problems and stuff. But again, don't give up, right? So, we need to be happy and be thankful for a lot of things that has happened in our life. For me, especially this year, it has been a bit tough for me, I would say. There's a lot of changes that's going on in my mind, lots of up and downs, and so it was trying to make things more worth it and worthwhile, and it was kind of difficult, right? I just have to keep on making my mind think positive, and it's difficult. Um, I want to thank all those people that have helped me, especially my wife. She has helped me a little bit. Actually, she has helped me a lot to try to keep me be more positive, helping things go along the way, helping the family as well. So I do want to appreciate and thankful for her. I want to be thankful for a lot of people, especially my students in school, for one of all for being in my class. Being able to teach you guys is actually a wonderful thing. Have let me have lots of great experiences, and of course there are some bad experiences, but we're gonna focus on the good ones because the good ones what makes us improve and makes us better. So I'm very happy. Thank you for whoever's watching right now. If you have any questions, just put in the chat. So today is just about me talking and listening to you. If you have any questions, just ask me, and I will talk about it. And just for the record, just recently, a friend of mine had sent me a video to look at. It was saying something about how men do not need to go therapy, and therapy does not work for men. And I was actually watching the video, and I think it's kind of interesting. First of all, I feel like one of the biggest reason is not because it's man or woman, but I think it's because of pride. Hey, Santa Spider Man. That's right, it's me. Any questions, just ask. Viewers out there, any questions at all, just ask. Okay. All right, so we can talk about it. So anyway, so go back to the video that he sent me. It's I feel like it's not just about gender. It's not just about uh, men can't handle therapy, but I feel like it's most men that because men have this kind of thing, or most men or most people have this kind of what we call pride, and I feel like there's more pride in men compared to women, but that's just me thinking that way. Uh, so having pride actually stops us from going to therapy or finding something to better ourselves, and so that is very difficult, right? So what do you guys think? What do you think about therapy? For me, I feel like sometimes therapy could be a waste of money, but uh, if you really need it, we should definitely go for it because we need that one little spark to keep us motivated, keep us going, right? So I want to talk a little bit about gratitude, right? More about gratitude. Uh, being thankful for a lot of things. I, for one, I'm also very thankful that this year has been quite a bit of challenge, like I mentioned. Also, I was able to get a lot of guests to come into the show this year, and so a lot of people have signed up, and it's amazing. So for those of you who are interested to come onto the show and have a chat with me and talk about certain issues in life, please, don't be shy. Come on, send me a link, send me an email, and we can talk about it. Right? It doesn't matter. It has to be whether it's in English or in Chinese, that we can still do it. English and Chinese is all good, right? So being thankful, being gratitude, having gratitude is amazing. Now, I also looked it up a little bit on how to actually be grateful. People are saying things that we could write a journal. Uh, I'm not very good at writing journal of how being thankful, but one of the new things that people has been saying for younger generations out there is writing things that you are happy about, thankful about on your social media websites. For example, like Threads right now, which is pretty popular among younger generations, Instagram, and also Facebook for me. Right, so writing things that you are happy about is actually very good. Now, ignore the people that says that why are you showing off your good things in life? Well, first of all, remember everything we do in life we need to focus on ourselves, right? So when putting good things for us on Facebook, that is not showing off, but it is for us to show that we are happy, that we are grateful for it, right? So anything that you're grateful for, please remember the show. All right. Remember, we have some viewers on Twitch and on Facebook. Please ask me any questions. Type it in chat, and we can talk about it. Right? Okay. So going back to gratitude, there's another topic that I want to talk about also is how we tend to focus. But most of the time, I like to talk to my viewers and talk to my guests and find out more about how their beginnings are. Right, not more about. I know they're very successful. Most of my guests are actually very super successful, very successful in the things that they do, and they're able to help a lot of people. Oh, hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. All right. If you have any questions, please ask. Right? Okay. So most of my guests are again, most of our guests are very successful. I like that they are very successful. That they are sharing their message out there and helping people around. But I feel like finding out more about their journey from where they started is very helpful for me and for a lot of people out there. Right. So reading their stories or their messages can actually help a lot of people finding out how they start, where they start from. Because there are a lot of successful people out there. Like for example, we all know the famous people like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and all those people. Like how successful they are right now, but finding out how they start is actually very useful for us, and finding out how they overcome those mental blocks that's stopping them from improving. Now, that's very interesting to find out and to actually improve ourselves. One of the books that is interesting to read. Now, I'm not asking you to buy it or recommending it, but I'm saying one of the books that's interesting to read is Steve Jobs biography. Right. Um, if you read that, you can find out a lot of things that he mentioned and that's stopping him from improving. But he didn't give up. Well, he almost gave up, right? He was pretty down, and well, he's pretty down, right? So, but he managed to get back up and look at him, and he's super successful, right? Look at the Apple, the company that he's running. Um, Obviously, he's not around with us anymore, but he has achieved, and he was very successful. So all these things are is very important to learn. Um, if we look at also from a lot of aspects in life, we tend to get hit by problems in life. There's lots of problems, right? There's problems for us students. We get problems with classmates, problems with teachers, problems with our grades. It's gonna be there. But I guess the most important thing that I can tell you is to enjoy the time that you're able to spend with your friends in school, and figure out at the same time what you want to do in the future. I mean, it's hard. We don't think about it when you're kids. I know you don't think about it, but we have to. It's gonna come to a time that you need to think about it. So don't waste too much time. Try to have a little think about it. You know, what you want to do in the future, and then at the same time, if you have questions on how to get by, figure out, ask your parents, ask your teachers, ask your friends, or if you want to, come onto the show and ask me. You can ask me now, right? For those of you out there right now, any questions, please ask. You have any questions, Kelly? Oh, Jamie, you have any questions, please ask. Any other viewers out there, if any questions, come on, ask. Right. So today it's all about you guys. It's all about chat. It's all about you guys having a chat with me, figure out what we're gonna do. Obviously, there's a few more episodes this week. If you want to know what's going on this coming, we have a show this Friday early morning, with Tina Hume. We'll be talking about some difficulties that we can overcome, and in the coming new year, in January, I have a couple. Right. So let's let's talk about it. Right. If there's anything we want to talk about, let's talk about it. Is there any questions? Anything? No. All right. So if not, then I can try to talk about what our previous guests have done. Actually, there's one show that I've managed to get on. There were I didn't I felt like I didn't do a great 10 minutes episode, but I had lots of insights on that one. I'll be posting up the link to that video soon, probably this couple days, so you can actually see my video with the other person's video, right? So recently I had a chat about how to secure scholarships, successful strategies to how we get scholarships. Now, it was a great chat. And so I think the most important thing out there is there we have to remember is there's always ways to help us. Just don't give up. Just look for it. The idea is be persistent and ask for questions, especially for students in school right now. There's going to be subjects or things that you don't know or questions that you don't understand. Why just lie down and forget about it and try to block it out of our mind? Just ask. I mean, it's okay to be shy. It's okay to be, but what have we got to lose? Oh, I have a question. Do you love Christmas? Yes, I love Christmas. Look, I'm wearing a Christmas hat. Yeah, who doesn't love Christmas? I mean, there's lots of good things on Christmas Day. One of all is the joy of receiving presents, getting Christmas presents. That is amazing. I love getting Christmas presents. Hi, hi. Okay. Sorry, I can't read Chinese characters, but hi there. Yes, any questions, please ask, right? I love Christmas. Christmas is about giving presents. I love giving presents. Receiving presents is also amazing. I remember when I was a child, I get lots of presents from my family, my dad, my mom and dad. And so it's kind of fun. I remember, uh, let's see, there's one instance I remember where I went to Toys R Us, right? And my thing was my dad and my mom told me that you can pick what you want, write it in a list, and then I go around and I first of all, of course, obviously, I asked what's the budget, and then I went around and picked a few gifts that I liked, and told my parents what I want, and in Christmas come, they wrap it on their presents, and I get it under the Christmas tree. And I remember there's this one time, my mom still remember. I think my mom still remembers this. There's this one time where they got home and from work, and I was so excited, but I didn't see any gifts under the Christmas tree. So, hi. Oh yeah. I hope you enjoyed Christmas in school yesterday. And so, oh, I'm gonna have to Google your Chinese name just so I can read it. Sorry. Give me a second here. Huang Yongshen. Huang Yongshen, yes. Welcome. If you have any questions, please ask. Okay. Right? Ask any questions, and then we can answer any question. I'll try to help any questions, right? So yes, so going back to Christmas, my parents actually forgot to buy presents that day. Oh, it's Jay. Hi, Jay. And so my parents came home in their car, and there was no. I realized there's no gifts under the Christmas tree. I walked out. I was like, "Oh, what's that? Welcome home to my mom and my dad." And I opened the car. I looked for presents everywhere, and I thought my mom and dad were hiding them. So I actually was like, I couldn't find presents in the car. I was kind of disappointed, but I knew it was there somewhere. So I keep on looking for it around the house everywhere. And I realized my mom and dad actually forgot to buy presents that day. So I think somehow they secretly went out to buy presents and brought presents back to me. So yeah, Christmas is fun. Sharing Christmas with friends and people out there and giving them presents is actually pretty fun. We had a school activity this week. I organized a school activity this week. We had a gift exchange, and that was fun. I see the happy faces of some of the kids that get the presents, so it was great. Of course, there are some that didn't like their presents, but I think it's all about it, right? It's just about giving and receiving. We give something. Oh, so how do we play? Let me explain how we play this. I give them a minimum budget of 300 NT dollars, Taiwanese dollars, right? 300. And so actually, some were pretty good at it, and some were actually uh, giving more than the minimum of 300, and so it was good. So seeing that they able to share their joy and receiving something after that, doesn't matter what's how much it costs, but it's more about sharing it out, right? So the joy is there. The joy is there. So Jay, you have any questions, Jay, or anyone else on online right now? I see three of you, three people. Please, questions, just ask, right? Any questions? Do you guys like Christmas, right? Do you guys enjoy sharing with people? It's very important, right? Why do you love Christmas? Like I mentioned earlier, Christmas is fun, right? It, it, mm, I enjoy buying presents for my children, and my children opening up the presents to see their happy faces after they get presents, and that is for me a joy. It's a very good joy. And also, when I do gifts exchange with my students in school, I give them presents, and when they get it, to see their happy faces is actually pretty good. You know, obviously, I don't think everyone's happy with some of the things they got, but still, seeing their faces, pretty fun, right? And obviously, about religion, Christmas is also about the birth of Christ, right? So a lot of people celebrate Christmas because they think it's part of their religion, so they're happy about it. Actually, I found out recently from a friend of mine. They mentioned that they don't celebrate Christmas because Christmas is not an event that's happened in the Bible, and so they don't celebrate Christmas, but they do celebrate the birth of Christ, which is for me is very interesting. So I had a looked it up a little bit more and understand more why there are some people who don't celebrate Christmas because of that. All right. Yeah. So hello, I have 5 viewers now. Anyone has any more questions? Any questions? Please welcome to ask people on Facebook stream. Uh, I don't know. Am I live on Instagram? I hope I'm on Instagram right now. I think I'm on Instagram right now. I should be on Instagram. Is there any questions on Instagram? Oh, I wasn't on Instagram. There was a problem earlier. Well, now I'm on live on Instagram. That took a while. I guess there was a problem earlier. But yes, anyone has any questions? Please ask. I started 17 seconds ago. Okay. So there was a problem earlier with I thought I was live on Instagram. I guess I wasn't, but yes, welcome to those who are Instagram. There's a few of you. If any, welcome to Just Chat. So today I want to talk about Christmas and all anything exciting about New Year, things that we plan for New Year's. If you guys have any questions at all, welcome to ask. All right. So this is me try and also I want to try out this Instagram thing. So this is new to me, Instagram live stream. And this is yeah. So anyone has any questions, welcome to ask. I see some of you. CC is here. Hey, CC. Deep Blue, Banana, Yu Huang. Yes. Welcome, welcome. So, going back to the questions earlier about Christmas, how I enjoy Christmas. Uh, oh, pineapple kimchi. Congratulations on your wedding. Yeah. All right. So anyway, so there's a lot of things that we should be grateful for. A lot of things, a lot of things. So going back to some of the things I mentioned, gratitude, right? Being happy for things that we have given and for things that is there for us. Sometimes we don't see it, but take some time. Eventually, we see the things and we should be happy about it. Sometimes it's difficult. Okay. Uh, I had another chat recently about the what if questions. Okay. So, with having the what if attitude is actually pretty cool. Do you want to see Santa Claus? Sure. I love to see Santa Claus. I mean, when I was young, I loved to see Santa Claus. I mean, I can still see Santa Claus occasionally sometimes when we go to different places, shopping malls and stuff. That's a good question. Right? Yeah, I love to see Santa Claus. So going back to what mentioned earlier, last time I had a chat about a what if attitude, possibility, right? Because most of the times we're always thinking about what we want, what we vision, but sometimes we don't think about what if we do this, something else might happen. You never know. Sometimes it's good to have some kind of an idea, because having a proper idea or having good mindset can actually be very helpful for a lot of things, right? So that is very important. Okay, so we need to understand that. That is why I was thinking of this word or this idea mindset called what if attitude. Of course, keep it positive, right? So let's have this thing here, this idea right now. And let's put this idea out there. So if you guys think about it, you can join in and ask me questions about it. Imagine you're studying for a test and you're stumbling upon a word or a question and you don't know what you're doing. Um, Instead of getting stuck, instead of just skipping it, what if we ask our teacher? The keyword is what if. What if we ask our teacher and our teacher answer our questions and then we solve it, right? But during the test time, obviously we cannot ask. But after the test, if you ask, you can get the answer. And at the same time, you learn something new, right? I'm sure teachers out there would actually help you. Also, I have a question. Do I believe Santa is real? That is an interesting question, right? When I was much younger, yes, I believe Santa is real. As I grow older, obviously, I realized Santa Claus was just my dad. But, you know, the idea of having Santa being real is actually pretty cool. I mean, if we study history a little bit, we study how Santa came to be, we kind of understand that the idea that Santa Claus came from Saint Nicholas, right? And then eventually there's a guy who goes around giving gifts to the unfortunate, buying presents to give to charity or give to the orphanages, and so that's how the idea of Santa Claus came into being. And I really like that because I'm not sure if this is true at all or not, but that's what I found on on the internet or from the things I've researched a long time ago. But it is pretty cool to understand that people do share it. So, if do I believe that Santa Claus is real? Right now, I don't, but I believe that the idea of having a Santa is amazing because Santa is all about giving and sharing. So, having that is awesome, right? Having that kind of mindset is actually pretty awesome as well. Okay, so going back to what if question. If you guys have any other questions, please don't be ashamed to ask. Right. So here's the question that I thought I'll put it up, which is, what if I try a different approach in everything we do? You know, just like if you have a math questions, I'm not very good at math, but I'm pretty sure you guys have lots of math questions in schools, right? And then there's not always one way to answer the math question. There's always a couple different ways or different approach to it. And finding the right approach is very important. There are some ways or approach that are way much faster, and there are some ways which is much slower. So, but they all get to the right destination in the future. Like for me, I always realized that my math is not as good as everyone else. People could do it instantly. But one thing I know is if I persist in doing some simple math, I can still get the answer eventually. So, but it just takes a long time. And of course, you're doing a math test, you don't have much time to do it. Okay. So that is the key word there. What if I try a different approach in life? It's very important. Okay. So another thing is what if attitude for having a friendly companion on our journey, student journey, and also being curious and turning mistakes into lessons. That means putting a dash of creativity in everything we do, especially when it gets tough. Hey, Oldie, welcome. If you have any questions, come on and ask, right? Any questions at all? It was great seeing you today. And I think you had a great Christmas yesterday too, Oldie, right? What if, right? So, again, going back to what if. So, if things are tough on us, if we try to put an idea, it's like, what if I do something different today? I mean, it could be better, right? What if? For example, I give an example. Yesterday, um, some of my students were playing in the classroom, and they actually burst a bubble, a balloon. Sorry, a balloon, a water balloon, and water was everywhere. And obviously, the first thing that comes to my mind was, oh no, what is going on? I could get angry. I could, but instead, I'll try to calm myself down and say, all right, they're just having fun. So and it's almost time to go home. So I just told him to just pack their stuff and they can go home, and I can clean up after that. And so me and another teacher clean up after that. Of course, it took us some time to clean up the mess that they made, but at the same time, I feel like you know, there's no point in getting angry all the time. Sometimes just do what we have to do. That's it. Yes, friendly companion. Yay! It's important to have friendly companions sometimes, right? Yeah, it's good to have fun in a lot of things that we do. All right, so that is the what if question. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Yes, I love Spider-Man a lot. There's a lot of interesting ideas about him too. I feel like he's a young person and he struggles. Oh, this is a good question, Oldie. How do you define peace in Christmas time? Oh, this is a tough question, right? But good question. Hello, Sun Kai Long. Good morning. Good morning. Why is it good morning? It's maybe it's good morning in your place. Now it's 9:53 p.m. here. Okay, so let's go to the question. Define peace in Christmas time. Now, first of all, I feel like peace is different to everyone. Some people feel like peace means a peaceful, a quiet time. Okay, for some people, that's what it means. So let's talk about that quiet time. I do know a lot of teachers or adults where after they finish their work, um, the joy after that is to go to a bar, have a drink, have a relaxed time with their friends, whatsoever, and this creates peace in their mind because they become relaxed, they got rid of their stress, right? And some will go home, obviously go home to their families, and enjoy their family time. And for some of them this is considered a peaceful time. And so if we talk about Christmas time, most people will spend Christmas time with their families, and this create some kind of a relaxation, and they feel happy about this. So I would say peace during this time is actually for families. Christmas time, spending time with their families together. Now, of course, for students, finding peace will probably be not doing their homework, having fun time with themselves, with their games that they play, with their friends, and so that will be very peaceful for them. Of course, if we talk about the world right now, there's a lot of bad things going on in the world. Finding those peaceful time is actually very difficult for some of them. Um, but we all need to find peace in our own, especially peace in our mind. Having a peace in our mind, we can able to control our emotions, and we're able to control a lot of, well, improve our mindset. That is important. Good question. Anyone else have any questions? If not, we're almost out of time. And so I would like to end this by wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, even though Christmas was yesterday, but for some other countries, it's still Christmas. So, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. And for the New Year coming up, Happy New Year. Get ready to write our New Year's resolutions. And of course, try to work on it. And one of the things that I recommend for everyone is to work on your own self, finding peace in yourself. That's important. Have building a positive mindset to for yourself is very important. I'm trying to improve on myself as well. No problem, Aldi. Right. So again, for everyone out there, if you want to be on my show coming up, please let me know. Email me, message me, Facebook or anywhere. Let me know, and we can work out a time and a date for you to come on the show for us to chat. Of course, I would love for you guys to share my chats out, and so that we can get more people to get on this, so we can actually help more people, and people can find more ways to improve or help themselves, because life is so lonely going through it by ourselves with lots of difficulties that is happening to us. So it's always good to find someone or something to keep us going, right? It's very important, because life is so much better if we have some ways to keep us going. Yes, thank you. Jesus is called the Prince of Peace because he brings peace on earth. Excellent. Wonderful. Yes. So for those who are very religious, if you put your faith in Jesus, in Jesus Christ, it, he will help you with a lot of things. Yes. Now, for those of you who do not believe in religion, it doesn't matter, right? Just remember that everything we do in life, it's all about you, right? Finding out what matters for you, what makes you happy, what can keep you going. Those things will actually make you feel better, right? Finding out all those things can help you. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter with what people say most of the time. It's all about you finding what you keeps, what makes you, motivates you. That's the word, motivates you to keep you going, to keep you successful and finding the joy in life. That's a very important thing. That's super important. All right, so I'll end my stream here today. Thank you for all your questions and all of you that joined in. Some of you just came in, but that's okay. Next time, there's always a next time. But stay tuned to my Facebook. I don't think I'll be able to stream with my guests on Instagram because of the way the camera is. It's a portrait look. But there is a show coming up this Friday, and let's see, this Friday I'll be talking about some things, how we can overcome some difficulty in lives. um, I'll have a guest then. We talking specifically talking about eating disorders and other things that is stopping us from improving some very difficulties. So stay tuned this Friday, this Friday, okay? So and next week as well in January. So again, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. And goodbye. I'll end the stream here. Goodbye. All right. So, how do I turn this off?